Hello, this is Victor at Mercedes.com. This is another part for Leland in New York, S420 96. So I have a couple of parts here. So basically this is our throttle body. This is a different throttle body from other ones that I show usually. I don't really work on these, but this one came as a scope of work, and this I have to clean first of all and check in internals. Make sure that they're fine, because came in limp mode. So, and the codes came for the throttle. Okay, so we have to look inside to make sure that it's all good, and some other parts. So I guess we'll go with the throttle body first, since it's here in focus. First off, obviously it's all dirty. Well, it's not uncommon obviously, but in this case, if we look close, you're gonna see the edge already of a carbon that it's rubbing against, as you can see right there. So that all has to be cleaned thoroughly so throttle works nice, so it doesn't get stuck by any means. The pipe came, so pipe is to be replaced, of course, and the gasket is on its way. Now this is the underside of the throttle. It's not as terrible as it is, actually. It's actually pretty decent, but as you can see over here, the carbon thickness, I mean, it's not horrible, but you can clearly see the thickness of the carbon. Something went in here and cleaned this area, and the rest, as you can see, it's like flaking off, almost like wiring insulation. So that will clean up, of course, and internals checked out. Once it's all done, it's going to go back on the vehicle. So this throttle body is not really recommended to open and close with your fingers. The reason being is there is no clutch. Gears are straight to the motor. Okay, so you might break the gear inside the throttle, because the shaft, gear, the motor, nothing in between. Like the older style, there are clutch coils. You open and close it. There is no engagement to gears, but these ones do not have that. So that's another thing I want to see, because sometimes the gear breaks in these throttles. They're plastic, so they break, and then you're gonna have a flat spot and the throttle is not finding its position. So we have to check if the gears are okay, if they're not split, and if all the teeth are in place. That's the reason why it's removed, beside cleaning. Now, and the second part real quick about this video. These are mechanisms that you find in your trunk lid. This is the handle that comes out on S-classes. Okay, so this is the handle that comes right out like this. It goes back when you open and close the trunk. The vacuum element is good, but either it's due to the accident or some people who worked on it, they broke off a piece. As you can see, they broke off a piece that holds the hose to this element. Okay, so I ordered another element, because you hear clear, loud and clear, that it's hissing air badly on this side. This element is the one that pulls the trunk down, and obviously you see a piece missing also. So whoever did this, I don't know, whatever happened here. And also the connecting pipe is pinched, so I have to do something about it. Maybe I'll put another end on it, because this receives lots of pressure. This thing was hissing so bad that it's like the actual trunk would not even pull. It's like just hisses out. And then this small little part that I'm not showing, because I still need to have trunk closed, it's the release of the little neck, like a tongue that comes out and latches into the lock. That little release has a seal that when I pulled it out, it was all pushed inside, so it was also leaking. So I'll take care of that, but that seal I can pretty much source from here and put it on that one, because the holders, they're in place. See these little lips here? These are the ones that hold the pipe. And on that little actuator, they're in place. So we're good in that department. So I'll replace this piece, and I'll replace that piece, so we have no leaks in the system. And then after that, I'll deal with self-close assist pump. Alright, so this is all for now. Quick update, and hopefully today, to the end of the day, throttle hose will be installed and engine should run just fine. This is Victor at Mercedes.com. Thank you for watching. Okay, this is Victor again, restoringmercedes.com. This is addition to the first video about the throttle body 96 S420. So I opened the case up, I cleaned it up. As you can see, it's nice and clean. There is no more carbon deposits. The production on this unit, as you can see, it's a second month of 96, it appears to be. And we have this wiring situation here, and gears, and basically that's all I see. The motor seems to be alright. Now I'm gonna show you another unit to compare it with. Now the gear is in place, all the teeth are in place. That's a good thing. As you can see, everything is in place. They just dried up, needs to be lubricated a little bit here, not too much, because if it gets on potentiometer then it's going to affect readings. The gear under is okay. See, all the teeth are in place as well. Everything seems to be okay. The only thing is, again, like I said, it's a dry gear. You can see it's discolorating a little bit, and the wires are bad. See, all this insulation is falling off, so that could be an issue. Although the run is very short, but I'm going to do some budget repair here. We're not going to change the wires, we'll leave them, we'll just wrap them, so just to get them not to touch when insulation completely fails. So let me show you another unit just to compare it with. This unit is a 6-cylinder unit, and it's been produced in 2007. As you can see, 07, that means 2007. Now this unit cannot fit S420 because the opening on the throttle is smaller, so obviously less air is going in. But you see, this is much more fresh. The wires are Teflon, they're not biodegradable, nice and colorful. Motor is a little more happy, but I can't really remove it because this gear cannot swap the motors, unfortunately. Well, I can, but I don't want to. I just want to leave everything here in place. It should be fine. This is obviously a lower mileage unit, and the gear, as you can see, the coloring, that one is more orange and this one is more yellow, so this was heated up less. And also the color on the middle gears are a little different. So this is more yellow, this is more white, less heat, less age, like younger. So, but these units are still not very cheap, so we're going to reuse this unit. So I'm just gonna wrap all the wires with shrink and solder them again, clean the potentiometer to the best of my ability. Same with the motor, I'll clean that, and we should be good to go. So this unit was going to go back in the vehicle today. This one right here is the reason why I'm telling you not to move it by hand. See, the gears are removed, and you can see there is direct engagement between this gear and the motor, so everything turns together. So if the motor is a little stuck, you can break a tooth and crack the gear or whatnot, so not a good scenario. Alright, so this is going to be all, and I'll get this done and install in the vehicle. So this is all for now. This is Victor at restoringmercedes.com. Thanks for watching.